to the Joy Cometh broadcast. It's a journey process. Yes, I want you to understand and know. That's why I always start off the broadcast in this manner. Grief is a journey process. It's not an overnight thing. Now, I am excited about today's broadcast because I want to share with you something that is quite challenging for all of us as we navigate through this grieving process. And that is managing the triggers. We all have to deal with triggers through our grieving process. You know what I'm talking about? Those things that can set off an intense emotional response or reaction, a breakdown moment. Now I'm going to give you an example of this. My late wife transitioned at the beginning of COVID. It was a time where no one really fully knew what to do. And so, of course, they had us to quarantine and we wasn't going to be able to go out. And during that time, she decided to go to the store like other people and purchase some groceries for the house to carry us through the days we would be quarantined. And like she always do, she would purchase the general groceries, but then she will in turn purchase individual items that each one of us liked. And of course, she purchased some items that she liked to eat, but she never got a chance to enjoy. I mean, she came down with COVID very early, and so she never got a chance to enjoy it. And so after she transitioned, it was weeks later. Food was still there in the refrigerator. And one day, me and my daughter, we attempted to clean out the refrigerator. And when we tried to do that, it immediately hit us. It was a trigger. It was an instant breakdown moment. All we could do was close the refrigerator. We knew we could not do it at that time. It set off an intense emotional reaction from the both of us. This is what I mean about triggers. Each one of us may have our own individual one or things that will trigger us. But how do we manage the triggers? First of all, listen to me. You won't be able to totally eliminate all of your triggers during the grieving process, but you can minimize them. Oh yeah, you can minimize them. Yes. I also want to share, you know, you will experience grief outbursts along the way that shows up unexpectedly. They can appear at any time. It's natural and normal. I don't want you to think that there's anything strange about it. It's natural and it's normal. So, I have two things to share with you on today's broadcast. Two things. So the key to managing these triggers during the grieving process, I want to say this first, is to minimize them. So how do we minimize them? Number one of the first steps in managing your triggers is to limit the number of family events that you will attend, especially in the first year. The first of everything is challenging, whether it's Thanksgiving, Christmas, birthdays, graduations. So it's okay to just say no. It's okay to say no and let them know why. Address the elephant in the room. Don't you feel obligated to go? So if you're going to minimize the triggers, if you're going to manage the triggers in your life, number one, you have to minimize, limit the number of family events that you will go to. Now, the second one that I want to share is it helped me tremendously. This one helped me tremendously, and that is changing your routine or regular schedule of life. See, she was a part of my regular routine and schedule of life. There are things that I got up in the morning that I did, and things before I left the house that she was a part of, when I went to the office that she was a part of, when I got back home, even all the way into the night. And when I first tried to function with my regular routine or schedule, I had trigger after trigger after trigger. It was too much to handle. So I knew I had to do something about it. So what I ended up doing is I began to change my routine. I began to change my schedule of life. I had to do it, because if I didn't, it was going to bring on so many triggers. So I started doing things differently. My prayer time was different. Time that I went to the office was different. My workout regimen was different. The days that I consecrated for service was different. I changed my regular routine and schedule of life, and it helped to minimize the triggers in my life. See, you got to be able to manage them. Yes, you're going to have those moments of release, and it's necessary for your healing. But when I'm talking about these triggers, it's those things that can set off an intense emotional reaction or response, those breakdown moments. So I just want to share those two things with you. I know if you follow what I share with you, it would help you to manage the triggers in your life, because you're going to deal with them as you go through this grieving process. Remember, grief is a journey process. Now I want to offer my book to you one more time. It's called The Unexpected Journey. It's my personal story, how I went from grief to gratitude. Very transparent in the book. Share with you some insight and revelation that the Lord gave me that helped me go through this journey process. It's only $15. Of course, the information will come on the screen that you can purchase your own copy. I guarantee you it will be a blessing in your life. I've heard so many good reports from people reading this book because I take you on my personal journey of how I went from grief to gratitude. Yes. So, gotta manage the triggers in your life. Now, I want you to stay tuned till next week. I want you to stay tuned. We'll be coming with another segment. I want you to remember that joy cometh.